the Murloc.
Dear Murloc, I know that I'll get made fun of for this, but I have absolutely no clue what the latest sticky is talking about. I don't know what Alterac Valley is, and have absolutely no idea what that post is talking about. Please help.
Ha-ha! It is I, the Murloc, come to wreak righteous fury and havoc upon you all. Once I finish my cognac. Yes. Oh, my dear girl, which rock have you been living under recently? The introduction of Alterac Valley was big news. Okay, just for you. Alterac Valley is a lovely, happy place, filled with wondrous treasures, perfect for the low-level player. Since your alliance, to get there simply head north of that ghastly Terran Mill. Don't worry about the Terran Mill death cars, just run north. The guards at the entrance will take good care of you. Ha ha!
Ask the
Murloc. Dear Murloc, I've only been playing WoW for a few months, and only been playing my priest for a few weeks. I did my first real group last night in the Dead Mines. This morning I'm wondering if you can offer me advice on how to control my aggro level? I seem to attract mobs like mad.
Ah, yes, the priest. Noblest of classes. Well, at least it's not a paladin. Ha! Mobs work very much like us. They appreciate kindness and loathe hostility. So the best way to keep mobs off you in instances is simply use your best heals on your group mates. The mobs will admire your selflessness and look upon you with respect. They may even offer you a selection of cheeses as a tribute. Assuming, of course, they're not cut into ribbons first. Ha ha!
Ask the Murloc.
Dear Murloc, here's a quick question that I'm sure you can help me with. How do I feed my pet?
Well, this is a tricky one of no mistake. I'll have to squeeze my brain juices for this one. Delicious brain juice. Sorry, yes, the question. This method works best with animals with sharp teeth. The best way to feed a pet is to make sure that it doesn't have to exert any effort in order to consume its delicious lunch. So take your tasty wolf steak and insert your hand into the dangerous animal's mouth. Preferably your entire arm, since this works better. Then simply drop the steak directly into its digestive tract. If the animal appears not to appreciate this, it may be because it's got something stuck in its throat. To check whether or not this is the case, insert your entire head into the animal's mouth, making sure that you make patronizing noises in the process. It's the perfect way to make sure your pet gets a head start. Ha ha! Now get out! We're going to play some kitten croquet. Oh dear. Congratulations to those who noticed that was a, quote, classic, unquote, Ask the Murloc. That's what happens when your microphone's broken, and that's what happens when you only get it working 20 minutes before the show's supposed to start. Never mind, there'll be a fresh and blinging rap in the forums coming up later. That's a promise. Okay, right. Well, since we're unloading the features, I'm going to do a few shout-outs, and then I'm going to go on to work as intended. Right. Shout-outs. I really should not say this, because every time I say, yeah, come and get a shout-out, I get 50 bloody PMs saying, please, shout out to me, make me famous. Oh, lordy. Oh, well. Right. Shout-outs. A shout-out goes to Execute and all his friends who like listening to the music on this show. A shout-out goes to Spen and his mum Karen and his brother Andrew. A shout-out must go out to Moonblade. And I believe he asked me to say something. Let's see. Did he say? Where is it? Ah, yes. Too often from Bromar you will never have as much fat loot as me. Oh, lordy. Shout-out goes to Bearer on Shadow Moon. A shout-out to all Neoads mates from the Bloodlust Crusaders Guild on the Twisting Nether server. And thank them for having me. Shout-out to the Draconic Brotherhood on Storm Reaver, who just did their first Zul'Gurub and wiped at the first boss over and over and over again. I know the feeling. She's not very nice. She really isn't. Shout-out to the Horde on Defiance Brotherhood, who have successfully taken out the first 3 bosses in Zul'Gurub with a pickup group. Nice one. Shout out to Stinky Ricks to make him famous. A shout out to Leto for not doing Ancient of Lore tomorrow. You lazy sod. A shout out to the WoW Radio staff from Azza. Welcome back from BlizzCon. Good job there. Shout out to Macon. And a shout out to Lord Sokar for simply being Lord Sokar. And a shout out to a certain guild that sent me a PM on the forums. Now let me find this PM for you. PMs, here we go. This is a shout out to Thrukar, if that's his real name. Shout out to Thrukar, aka Alan, and his guildmates who are organising a big guild meetup down in Nottingham and have asked me to come along and do a Q&A session. Now that scared me a bit. Q&A session? Me? People talking to me. However, then he mentioned the concept of drinking. And the idea suddenly became a hell of a lot more appealing. So I shall be going down there in March for their guild meetup. Now, they didn't tell me what the guild was called, but I'm going down there anyway, and apparently we're going to Rock City afterwards, and we shall consume an epic amount of drinks. Yes. I did say... Right, okay. Couple more shout-outs and then I get on to it. Shout-out to the Horde Guild Refusion on EU, Burning Blade, who are trying to kill Nefarian in Blackwing Lair right now. 83% best so far, the night is still young. A shout-out to Rastaman from Veterans on Al-Ikea, and congratulate him for getting the Helm of Wrath from the Anoxia kill yesterday. Shame it looks like a green iron helmet. A shout-out to Hoopo, he's going to quit WoW. No, knows. Please don't go, World of Warcraft will not be the same without you. A shout-out to Sylph Noob. Indeed. A shout-out to the Shining Strand on Defiance Brotherhood, that's from Sacrest. And I think that's it, by the looks of it, for the moment. Anyone else who I've missed, I shall attempt to sort you out later. Right! Let's get on with it. It's working, yeah, it's working. It's working as intended, baby. Disturbed? Scared? You should be. This is working as intended. Now, this week, I had to think, what the hell can I do? There's so many different subjects I could be covering for working as intended. My answer was simple. Cover them all! Give out a general working as intended. Okay. The expansion pack. I want you to look at that list of features. I want you to tell me, will they be working as intended? Are they all you want from the expansion pack? Have Blizzard missed something? Blizzard believes and has repeatedly stated that it thinks it knows what its customers want. Are they right? Are they wrong? I want you to tell me right now, themurloc@gmail.com. That is themurloc@gmail.com. There is no K in Murloc, you fiendish peasants. themurloc@gmail.com. Let me know, it'll be read out on the air and discussed and flamed if necessary. Okay, let's get back to the expansion. Expansion. Hero classes. They're coming. They were confirmed by Aeonix, and if I'm not very much mistaken, they're actually on the feature list as well. Possibly. Maybe. They might be. I don't know. Let's see. Well, it doesn't actually say, but we know for a fact that they're coming. Why? Because we asked Aeonix. Are hero classes coming, Aeonix? Yes, they are. Okay. Will you give us any more information? No. Except for the fact that they are totally and completely separate from the new level cap. Oh, he said. And my eyes did widen, and the Lord did grin. That is exactly what I was after when it came to a hero class. I don't want it to be bound to levels, and I don't want a set of levels to be hero class levels, no. This was what I originally thought might happen with the level cap increase. Oh, 10 more levels. They're going to be hero levels. No, they're not. They're going to be completely separate. Hero classes are going to be totally separate to levels. You know what that means, kids? No XP grinding. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. So, I thought, how's it going to work? Well, there are several ways hero classes could work. There are several ways I'd like to see hero classes implemented. I should go into those right now. Hero classes. What should a hero class be? A hero class should be what a prestige class is in D&D and Knights of the Old Republic 2.
A prestige class is a specialized class. It has one specific role which it excels in, forsaking all other roles. In Dungeons & Dragons, when you have a prestige class, they are not necessarily more powerful than a normal class. They are certainly not as flexible. What they are is different. Different, specialized, it's what you want. So, how's that going to work? How can they do it? A new talent tree. Not just a new talent tree, a talent pool. A massive number of talents, which, when picked, determine which hero class you become. Do you want to enhance your existing abilities? Do you want to patch up a few of your weaknesses? Perhaps as a paladin you want more ranged attacks. Maybe your damage output isn't all you think it could be. Or maybe you want to be even more defensive than you are already. An unkillable paladin, perhaps, but with a damage output of a small parsnip. Now, with a hero class talent pool, that can be done. Those of you who played Fable will be well aware that you do not start with a class, and your class is determined further on by the use of your weapons. For instance, you could be a witch hunter, you could be a will user, you could be a simple warrior, an archer, a marksman, a rogue. Now, those classes appear through the use of various abilities and your specialization in them. If you specialize in archery, then you become an archer. That is your class. Whether you use will or not is irrelevant. Whether you use your magic, your sword, becomes irrelevant because you've specialized in archery and that is your strength. That is forsaking other abilities. An archer is great at range, but when it comes in close, you might as well put that bow away and get out your sword. And if you can't swing hard enough, you're gonna meet the floor very fast indeed. That is a specialization. That is the essence of a hero class, a prestige class. It's exactly the same in Knights of the Old Republic too. You get to pick a prestige class. You can start as a guardian, a sentinel, a counselor, but you can specialize as a weapons master, a Sith Lord, a marauder, or a few other things. Whether you wish to specialize in one particular thing, or use that prestige class to expand on your weaknesses, and perhaps cover up your past problems, the choice is there for you to take. And I do believe it should be a permanent choice. However, it can't be. It's that simple. If you're going to have a hero class that has meaningful choices, you can't have it permanent because people will complain when they screw it up. Whether it should be as easy to respec is questionable. In my opinion, you should have to go through a long line of quests, ordeals and trials in order to get to this level. And as far as I'm concerned, if you want to respec, you're going to have to do it again. Or do something different. Those of you who are familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 world will be familiar with a race called the Eldar. Those who are familiar with a race called the Eldar will be familiar with certain units known as Exarchs. An Exarch. Someone who has strayed so far down their chosen path that they cannot possibly leave it again and become totally devoted to it, and effectively a mighty avatar of that class, a enhanced version of any other soldier in that class. They simply become better but specialised. They can't do anything else. I like to see a hero class do that. I want to see it be specialised. Is that an unreasonable thing, do you think? Do you have any opinions on hero classes? Let me know, themurloc@gmail.com. But it's good to hear that it's not going to be a linear level progression. Whether or not there are going to be levels of hero classes, I do not know. We know nothing about hero classes at this point. Are they going to be the same as Star Wars Galaxy's Jedi, where it is an unlockable class? We don't know. Are they going to be significantly more powerful than existing classes? We don't know. Are they going to be simply specializations on existing classes? Can you take your mage and turn him into a pyromancer, an illusionist? All that kind of thing. We don't know. It's all speculation at this point. And to be honest, I still think it's the most exciting possibility for World of Warcraft to advance at this point. One of the big problems I've always had with WoW has been its lack of character customization. Now, you can tout as many builds as you like, but generally speaking, there are 2 or 3 or 4 ways of playing each class. Some are not necessarily as effective as others. A mage can play a fire mage, an arcane mage, a frost mage, or a hybrid. That's it. I cannot say, well, I don't like using magic anymore. I'm going to be a combo. I'm going to be a battle mage. I'm going to hit people around the head with my Staff of Doom while casting magic. It won't work. It simply won't work. The facility is not there. It's like I'm being told how to play my class. And no one tells me how to play my class. Nobody. If hero classes are going to be a way where I can branch my class out into areas where they perhaps did not and were not able to go before, that will be a positive thing. If a hero class is simply a way to make a character more powerful than a level 70, perhaps the hero class is level 80. That is a bad thing. And I would reject any notion of it. Now, my faith in Blizzard has been tarnished, let me put it that way. But that's only due to PR, it's not due to their ability to make great video games. So I'm hoping that that's how they're going to do it. If you have any opinions on that, if there are ways perhaps that I've missed, or you agree, you disagree, let me know. Let me know. And I should get it out on the air. Here's something a little bit appropriate for you. This is Blue Please here on WoW Radio. Ed Guy, this is We Don't Need a Hero. Enjoy.